How's everyone doing? This is Joe with Ohio Woodburner. Today, guys, is Father's Day 2023, and I was trying to figure out what kind of a video could I put up for Father's Day. If you recall last year, I posted that tribute video to my dad, and it also told the story of how I got to where I am right now. And I don't know. I don't think there's a other way I can express any of that other than to post that video again. I think what I'm going to do is make it a yearly tradition. Every Father's Day, I'm going to post this video because I think it means a lot to me, number one. You know, and there's a lot of people out there who are new to the channel that may have missed this, and it could fill in a lot of the blanks where trying to figure out how did this guy ever find himself in the middle of a world-class firewood delivery service, huh? So here you go. Happy Father's Day, and I love this video. I hope you guys enjoy it, and let me know what you think in the comments, guys. Here we go. Dear Dad, first thing I want to say is happy birthday. By my calculations, you turned a very young 85 years old last week. Honestly, I don't think you would look a day over 84, but, you know, good looks certainly run deep in our family. I want to say that I really miss you and Mom, and I know that you two are once again enjoying each other's company. I have learned in my life that there is a lot of pain in this world. There are countries that bomb each other, neighbors that hate each other, families who go out of their way to hurt each other. How can we have world peace when families can't even get along? But I certainly was a very lucky child. I had two great parents and an awesome childhood. Regardless the day, the time, the situation, love was always present. You were that generation who demonstrated your character through your actions and not your words. And I never once went a minute in my life not knowing that I was important, that you and Mom placed your worlds above your children, and that these terms were unconditional. I am doing my best to keep that practice alive with your granddaughters, and I have found this very easy to do with such good teachers and a wife who sees the world and our jobs as parents in the same lens. I find myself thinking of you during my day and how things transpired in your final years. I thought how fortunate things were that all of us were able to work together to care for you and to help you through your health problems. I don't think many of us stop to consider what our duties are as children, to care for aging parents, and also that many of us are not even in a position to be able to commit to caregiving, and certainly how stressful it is to be a caregiver, especially to a man like you who carved out his life by working for everything he obtained. I remember when we installed those stair lifts in the house that you built to help you get up those 5 stairs to the bedroom. The same house that you told stories of carrying the sheetrock on your head up step ladders to nail them into the ceiling, and that now you needed help just to go up those 5 stairs. Both Sis and I speak of how much of a beast you were with working and earning your whole life. You grew up poor in West Virginia. You were the son of a Methodist minister. In school, you claim to have learned the 3 R's, reading, writing, and Route 250 to Ohio. After you served your country in the Army, you married the prettiest girl in town, and you moved your family to Ohio to work in the steel mills. You built your own house that you vowed to never move out of. You were the white-tailed deer's most feared hunter. You were an expert marksman. You were the best winter driver in the world. And you earned everything in life that you got, and nothing was given to you. During your final days, you were sent to the ICU, and the doctor had stopped in to check on you. You were majorly sick, and you were sleeping, and you were out like a light. The doctor asked me about you, where you lived, what kind of work you had done. And I told him that you were a retired steelworker of 46 years. You opened up your eyes and you corrected me in front of the doctor. I was an iron worker for 46 years, you said. Earlier in the summer, in a different hospital, your new doctor came in and asked if you could tell her a little bit about yourself. Never one to brag, you sat there in silence until you finally said, "I worked." Looking back on it, that was the most proud of you that I had ever been. So, Dad, I need to make you aware of something since we last talked. If you recall, part of our family plan was that I was going to take a short sabbatical from my career, and Sis and I would help care for you. We would get you to your doctor's appointments, visit you in the hospital, and so on. My plan was to go back to my desk job when you passed away. Well, let's just say something different occurred, and our plan didn't go quite the way we expected it. I really enjoyed our time firewooding together, and I still have your lawn chair that you sat in when we loaded and stacked the truck. I keep your hat with me in the truck so that you're always riding shotgun. Anyhow, while all this was going on, my firewood business kept getting bigger. I picked up a number of restaurants that proved to be a reliable moneymaker, and when the time came for me to go back to my real job, Ohio Woodburner was just too big for me to walk away from. Your daughter-in-law gave me the thumbs up to continue, and I just did that. This has not been exactly easy, and there were a few sleepless nights from worrying and some other problems that still exist that I've yet to find a solution to, but I have committed to keep at it. If there is anything in your character, in me, it is that I am not gonna quit anytime soon. So here I am. And another, well, kind of small thing that I need to tell you about. If you remember the computer thing called YouTube, well, let's just say that I've been able to share my day making firewood, my succeeding and failing, with a large group of people that have grown to be a type of family all on their own. I've met a group of very nice people like Rick and Jason and Dan and Aaron and Adam and Jesse and Elaine and Ish and this really cool guy named Shibe. I've met people named Jay and David and Joe and Big Rotters and Herman. I could name off names here all day long, but just know that I care about all of them and they seem to care about me. So here's what I do on YouTube. Your granddaughter films me splitting wood and stacking it on top of each other. Isn't that cool? Serious. I've been told by many that there is just something about me that hits close to home, that people have a sense of connection with me, that they root for me because they see me for what I am, just a simple guy from Ohio who quit his career to chase this crazy idea of making a living selling firewood. Honestly, I think that thing people see in me is you, and that the role you played in my life to put me where I am today, the guts that I had to take this leap and the determination to work at it, because work brings pride. Who would have ever thought this would have happened? And I consider myself the luckiest guy in the world. If anyone ever asks me how I did end up here, I tell them the same thing. Everything you see at Ohio Woodburner wasn't part of my life's master plan, but rather an outcome of major life events and circumstances and a very supportive wife. I can honestly look any person in the eye and tell them I love what I do. I love firewood. I love cutting it and splitting and stacking and selling and buying and chainsaws and processors and splitters and wheelbarrows and PVs and trucks. I love delivering firewood. I love educating customers that aren't even mine. And I love making YouTube videos. We upload them every Wednesday and Sunday, by the way. Maybe now I'm feeling the same thing that you had when you left every day to work at the steel mill. It was who you were, and that is what you did. Maybe when I'm an old man and in my final days, I will tell my doctor, look her in the eye, and say, I sold firewood. Anyhow, you've been on my mind, and I just wanted to get you caught up with what's been going on around here. I'm happy to say that we are all fine, and you have one granddaughter entering grad school and another one going off to college for the first time. I trust that you are well and taking care of Mom. Please let her know how much I miss her. I need to end this letter because this load of firewood isn't going to get stacked itself. It would be great for you to be here with me, but I'm smart enough to know this is how things in life are supposed to go and should go. Take care, and I hope to be able to write you again sometime. Love, your very good-looking son. Nah, scratch that. Your very intelligent and humble son. Nah, scratch that. Love, your proud son, Joe. P.S. Have a great day.